Good morning. What day is it? Hump day! Mike. Last day of our Date with Destiny down, first virtual Date with Destiny, and it's been amazing. I wondered how the virtual world would work. Works fine. And in some ways it works better. It's kind of amazing. Do you want to be back in the room? Absolutely. Will we be back in the room? Absolutely. But does the virtual world work? Virtual world works. So we had a relationship night, and then last night was about your values and your beliefs. My message for you today is this. There's 65 countries at this event, all over Asia, Thailand, China, Japan. There's a whole huge group from China, all through Central Europe, Croatia, that whole area, Scandinavia, all over Europe, Australia. There's people from all kinds of remote locations, because now there's Russia. There's remote locations because now they can finally do this, because they couldn't afford plane tickets and things like that before. All they have to do is afford the actual ticket. So we've got Bali. It's amazing. I'll have a screen of 30 people, and there'll be so many different countries. It's hard to keep up. Everybody's shut down for COVID. And has been, most of them much more aggressively than us, and that's been a struggle. We haven't talked to a country that isn't that way. But at the end of the day, everybody wants the same thing. It all comes down to the same bottom line, that we all want love. That's what we all want. As we were going through everybody's values, as we were going through all this stuff last night, translators in German and Japanese, Chinese, all these languages. Down in Australia, lots of Australians, the Aussies love Tony Robbins. Everybody wants love, and everybody has the two same fears. I'm not enough, and because I'm not going to be enough, I won't be loved. We are all the same. We're all the same. We get separated by race, we get separated by religions, we get separated by governments. And, it's advantageous to those things to separate us. It's advantageous to governments and religions, because then it gives them money and power. But at the end of the day, we are all identical. We all want the exact same thing. And here's the thing. We all get stuck in a pattern. Not all of us, but it's super easy to get stuck into a pattern where you don't believe that you are entitled to love because you need to do something in order to earn it. We all get ourselves wrapped up in this idea that if I accomplish X, Y, and Z, or if I do this or if I do that, then I'll be worthy. That somehow we have to be worthy. And that comes down to because we don't love ourselves. My message to you today is this. We're human beings, not human doings. Everybody doesn't have to do something in order to be loved. And the way that you find it is to first find it within yourself. And at the end of all of this, whatever you accomplish, whatever you do, whatever great things you accomplish, or whatever amazing things you are to your spouse or to your kids or to the world, that is at the end of the day what we all want. Tony said that last night. We're not human doings, we're human beings. I'd never heard that. I thought it was profound. So, my message today, everybody that you run into wants the same thing. There's two types of actions. There's either actions that are to try to help other people, or there are actions that are a cry for help. And obviously nowadays we're seeing all kinds of stuff that's a cry for help because people are operating from a place of so much uncertainty. But it starts with you. In order to feel like you deserve love, you have to get to that point. You have to forgive yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to do all of those things that are necessary in order to feel love. And if you don't, you're not going to find it in other places. And you certainly aren't going to find it if you have a belief of, when I do X, Y, and Z, then I'm going to be entitled to love, which is what we all end up doing to ourselves. We're all entitled to it. We all should have it. And it's what we all want. At the end of the day, it's what everybody wants. And so when you run into somebody and they're operating out of fear, which most people are doing these days, remember they have two real fears. I'm not going to be enough, and because I'm not enough, I won't be loved. And if you're dealing with a significant other or a spouse or a child or whatever, and their actions are a cry for help, that's the cry for help. And that's the cry for help for all of us. In terms of how you live your life with that, that's entirely up to you. I just, watching all of these people from all of these different countries say the same thing, want the same thing, do the same thing. And I understand this is one person's event, and if you come to this event, you have certain beliefs. But even the people that get drugged to these events, which happens because now we're in people's houses, they still, once you break it down, once you get to the bottom line, that's still what they want. So remember that as you move forward. Don't achieve to be happy. It doesn't work that way. Happily achieve. If you think I'm going to be happy when I do X, Y, and Z and I'm the king of the earth, you're not. You need to be happy now and then enjoy the ride. And at the end of the day, you need to remember what it is that you're really after and what it is that everybody else is really after. That's my message for a Wednesday on my 2.5 hours of sleep. Last day today for Date with Destiny. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We are all in this together. We're all the same. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.